Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Markets with India's weekly market wrap. This is Rajshekar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst at William O'Neill, India. The date is May 20th, Friday. In this podcast, I'll be discussing about the current market status by looking into Nifty's price volume action. We'll move on to key developments happened during the week, domestic and globally. We'll close the session by giving an outlook for the coming week. Let's look into Nifty's daily chart taken from Markets with India's web page. As you can see here, currently we are in rally attempt. According to O'Neill's cancel methodology, there are 4 market stages. One is confirmed uptrend under pressure, rally attempt, and correction. In the last week, we were in a correction phase because as the Nifty reached its key moving averages, at this level, we have changed the market status to correction. Since then, there has been a massive sell-off in the markets, both broad-based markets as well. However, during the week, on Monday, Nifty staged a reversal. It closed in green. Hence, we have considered Monday's session as a day one of attempted rally. In the next 2 sessions, that is Tuesday and Wednesday, Nifty did not close the correction low. Hence, we have changed the market status to rally attempt, following our O'Neill rules. From here, we would like to see a follow-through day in Nifty. A follow-through day is when Nifty advances 1.5% or more on volume higher than the previous session. If you look at today's Nifty's action, though the rally was more than 1.5%, the volume was lower than Thursday's session. Hence, we had not considered today's session as a follow-through day. We would like to see a follow-through in the upcoming sessions before changing the market status to confirmed uptrend. When the market is in a confirmed uptrend, we'll look for stocks which are giving proper buy points, that is breaking out of their bases or reclaiming their key moving averages to add them to our model portfolio. Let's talk about the major global developments which happened during the week. Inflation has been continuing to rise for the last couple of months because of various reasons. Majorly geopolitical tensions between Russia and Ukraine, rising COVID infections in China is another reason. So higher inflation will definitely eat into corporate earnings. You can see US retailer has reported, Target has reported very weak results. Stock was down 25%. A major retail company falling by 25% is huge. This is indicating a slower retail sales in overall US economy, which is suggesting a recession ahead. Talking about inflation, UK has reported inflation at 9%, which was a 40-year high. And India also is on the same line, that is WPI inflation came in at more than 15%, which was a 17-year high. Because of this, there are many repercussions in the economy. One such is that US house sales for April was down 2.4% on quarter-on-quarter basis when compared to March. There are various reasons. One is rising houses prices in US. Also, because of higher inflation, US Fed has increased interest rates in the country. They have also indicated more rate hikes in the coming meetings. Hence, retailers are reluctant to take loans and buy homes in US. And Abu Dhabi's IHC has invested around 15,400 crores in 3 of Adani companies, which is a good sign. Adani's have been rallying for the last 1.5 years. Chinese and Indian governments are in talks with the Russian government to buy Russia's crude oil. Chinese are planning to increase their reserves for strategy-wise. On the other side, India is bargaining for lower crude oil price from Russia because many of the Western countries have been sanctioning Russia as it has invaded Ukraine for the last 1.5 months. Currently, crude oil prices are very high, trading at $110 to $115 per barrel. Being an importer of crude oil, it will definitely impact our finances badly. Thus, any bargaining here at Russia will be a very good news for the Indian economy. Talking about COVID strict policy in China, it has been imposing lockdowns in various towns and cities where infections have been rising. On this news, the Goldman Sachs has lowered the Chinese growth forecast to 4%. Some of the key domestic developments are Tata Power has partnered with Hyundai Motor for developing electronic vehicle charging equipment in the country. Airtel has reported good numbers on the profit front. ARPU stands at 178 rupees per user. However, the company is planning to hike its rates for various plans to increase the ARPU around 200 rupees per user. ITC, which has been outperforming the major indices and major stocks in the country, has reported good profit, around 12% growth in its profit YoY basis. LIC, which is a biggest IPO in India, has raised around 21,000 crores from its initial issue, public issue. However, it has listed at around 7 to 8% discount on exchanges, which is not so good sign. And because of rising inflation, again RBI, which increased 40%, 40 BPS rate hike in last meeting, it might increase another 50 BPS. It is expected from the analysts in the June meeting. We can expect another 50 BPS rate hike. This will definitely impact growth in the country, because higher interest rates in the country will slower the growth, because let's say the interest rates are higher though, so the expansions or capex plans will be lowered for many businesses. Retailers will not buy houses or cars because of higher interest rates. And S&P has also cut India's growth forecast to 7.3% from 7.8%, which is a not so good sign. Talking about outlook for the next week, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, today's session was not considered as FTD because of lower volume than Thursday. And whenever the market is below its key moving averages, it's better to stay in cash rather than stay invested in the market, because we never know when the market is going to form a bottom. From the current last one week of trading, we like to see the previous low should not be breached in the upcoming week. We like to see a follow through day from here before adding stocks to our model portfolio. We'll also start to add stocks to our buy watch list, which are near to pivot or near to major buy points. We'll send them the same buy watch list to our users as well. And whenever the market is moved to confirmed uptrend, we'll be quick in adding stocks to our model portfolio. So please be watchful of our emailers. Thanks for joining this week's podcast. We hope to see you again at Monday morning's pre-bell.